right, what's up, everybody? It's Nicholas Atkin on the South China Morning Post in Hong Kong, SCMP MMA. Delighted to be joined by the Indian Tigress. This is the first time I've ever actually interviewed her, Ritu Phogat, over in Singapore. Ritu, how is everything going?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, everything going is good. Yeah, so now I'm ready for training for my final. So yeah, good, everything good.
Yeah, and you've been celebrating Diwali. Tell me a little bit about your celebrations. I know you're far away, your family is in India, but you still managed to have some fun in Singapore.
बिल्कुल, क्योंकि दीपावली का सेलिब्रेशन बनता था और दीपावली से 2-3 दिन पहले मेरी फाइट थी और मैंने विन किया था। तो जीत की खुशी और दीपावली दोनों सेलिब्रेशन मैंने साथ में किया। दीपावली पे मैंने शॉपिंग की, घर को डेकोरेट किया और मिठाइयाँ बनाई जो हम दीपावली पे बनाते हैं।
She says, yes, definitely there was a fight. She had emerged victorious and she had won a fight just a couple of days before Diwali. And the celebration sort of only doubled up from there on. So it was a dual celebration of the victory as well as the festivities, of course. And she did shopping on Diwali. She made some Diwali treats at home and she decorated the house. So yes, it definitely was a grand celebration, and her performance at the previous one only multiplied it multifold.
But you couldn't celebrate too long, right? Because you already have another fight coming up, December 3 against Stamp Fairtex. Is it back to serious? You're getting back to serious things now. How is the training going for that one?
बिल्कुल, क्योंकि अभी मतलब फाइट है, मतलब बहुत शॉर्ट टाइम है, तो बिल्कुल ट्रेनिंग अच्छी चल रही है और मैं हार्ड वर्क कर रही हूँ और जितना मैं कर सकती हूँ उतनी ज़्यादा मेहनत कर रही हूँ और बिल्कुल मैं रेडी हूँ 3 दिसंबर के लिए.
Okay, yes, definitely the training is on in full swing and she's putting in her best. She's giving in her all. She's working really hard. She's training really hard for it. And she's leaving no stone unturned for the 3rd of December.
How did you feel after the last fight? Because from me watching the fight, it looked like the best I've ever seen you fight. You seem to be the most well-rounded with, the striking as well as the wrestling. But yeah, what did you feel like your performance against Jenilyn Olsen?
बिल्कुल जेनलिन थी, वो एक अच्छी फाइटर थी और बिल्कुल उसका डिफेंस भी अच्छा था और मतलब उस फाइट मतलब वो ग्राउंड में भी काफ़ी अच्छी थी. थोड़ा मुश्किल था मतलब कंट्रोल करना, लेकिन मैंने किया, वो जीत गया, तो बिल्कुल अच्छा लगा.
So yes, she says it was Jenilyn and she's a great fighter. She was a great defense too, and she was not an easy feat on the ground as well, but she's happy that ultimately she could dominate her and ultimately the title went to Ritu. So yes, all's well that ends well.
And you seem to have been given some unexpected support from UFC superstar Conor McGregor. He gave you a nice message on Twitter. Were you really surprised to see that from him? Did you know he was a fan of yours?
बिल्कुल काफ़ी सरप्राइज था कि एक टॉप फाइटर आपको मतलब आपको सपोर्ट कर रहा, तो बिल्कुल वो चीज़ मुझे काफ़ी अच्छी लगी और बिल्कुल मैं चाहूँगी कि और उनकी उम्मीदों पे खरा उतरूं और मैं बिल्कुल वो चीज़ मुझे और भी ज़्यादा हार्ड वर्क करने को पुश कर रही हैं और बिल्कुल मैं जल्दी ही बेल्ट लाके और बिल्कुल अगर वो चाहूँगी कि वो इंडिया आए और मैं उनसे मिलूं.
So she says yes, definitely it was unexpected. It was an unexpected surprise, as she'd like to say it. She said the support was immensely well received by her, and she just hopes that she lives up to his expectations because a personality of that caliber, if he gives you a shout out, that definitely means that she has some she's got some big goals to smash, and she just hopes that she's able to perform well and she can make him proud. And yes, definitely when he comes down to India, she'd like to meet up with him at least once. And this only serves as a motivator for her to keep breaking her own record.
Yeah, and he's obviously the biggest name in all of mixed martial arts. But do you have dreams of being that level, of being that famous in MMA? I mean, you're already becoming a huge star in India. You have so many fans on social media. Every time we do stories on you or interviews, they all like it and share it. But yeah, do you see yourself wanting to be as big as Conor McGregor?
बिल्कुल मैं चाहती हूँ कि बिल्कुल मैं क्योंकि उन एमएमए में अब नाम आता है तो बिल्कुल मैं क्या कॉर्नर का सबसे पहले नाम लिया जाता है, तो बिल्कुल मैं चाहूँगी कि मैं भी उनके जो है मैं भी उस लेवल तक पहुँचूँ, और इंडिया में नहीं पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये हो कि अगर कोई बेस्ट फाइटर है तो वो इंडिया से है, रितु फोगाट, तो बिल्कुल मैं चाहती हूँ कि
So she says that yes, Conor McGregor is pretty much synonymous with MMA, and she definitely like to follow his footsteps, and she wants to be a shining example, not just from India but from across the world. She wants to represent MMA, and she wants to be the poster girl of MMA across the world. So definitely, she'd want to reach that stage. She'd like to reach that caliber at some point in time in her career, and she knows she will.
And do you think you can inspire other people in India to take up mixed martial arts, and there'll be a new generation of fighters who all follow you?
बिल्कुल मैं चाहती हूँ, और मैं उसी के लिए मतलब मैंने मिक्स मार्शल आर्ट ज्वाइन किया है, एक न्यू चैलेंज था और मैं अपनी कड़ी मेहनत से उस चैलेंज को पूरा भी कर रही हूँ, और बिल्कुल मैं चाहती हूँ कि इंडिया में जितने भी जो न्यू जनरेशन है उसमें अपना कैरियर बनाना चाहते हैं तो मैं उनके लिए एक रास्ता ओपन कर दूँ, तो बिल्कुल मैं उसके लिए कड़ी मेहनत कर रही हूँ.
So she says yes, definitely that was the intent. MMA was a new challenge for her, but she did not think twice. She put in her hard work. She made the transition because she definitely wants to inspire next generation fighters to take up MMA. She wants to make it more mainstream in India, and she wants to open doors for aspirants so that they have a world stage to come and showcase their skills.
Now, One Championship released their latest rankings, and you're still number 4. Stamp Fairtex has gone up to number 2. Are you a little unhappy that you're still 4, or what? Are you happy with your ranking? Do you care? Is it something that matters to you?
बिल्कुल मेरे लिए रैंकिंग बिल्कुल भी मैं इतने मायने नहीं रखती रैंकिंग का, और मैं अपना बेस्ट कर रही हूँ और मैं अपना हार्ड वर्क कर रही हूँ, और मैं मतलब मैं सभी को ये दिखाना चाहती हूँ कि मैं ऑटोमेट कैटेगरी में बेस्ट हूँ, और बिल्कुल मैं ये बहुत जल्दी दिखाऊंगी और मैं मतलब अपनी मेहनत से करके दिखाऊंगी.
So she says that rankings don't really matter to her. She's putting in her hard work. She's putting in her 100%, and she just wants to prove to the world that she is the best among the lineup at atomweight, and she will do that. She wants to show with her hard work. She wants to ensure that her actions speak louder than words, and she's working at it.
Well, let's talk about Stamp Fairtex then. Do you think she can stop your takedowns? Do you think you'll be able to pick her up and put her down on the ground and do what you want?
मुझे लगता है कि मतलब ऑटोमेट कैटेगरी में मेरे रेसलिंग का किसी के पास कोई डिफेंस नहीं है, और बिल्कुल मुझे लगता है कि मैं अपनी रेसलिंग से उसको बिल्कुल चित कर दूंगी.
Yes, so she says that she doesn't think that anyone on the cards is as deserving as her. So she thinks she is the strongest opponent, and no matter who the challenger is, Ritu has a game face off, and she can easily navigate them. She can easily tackle them in the circle.
Have you ever faced anyone who has such good striking as Stamp Fairtex? Because she's former Muay Thai and kickboxing champion in one. Are you wary of her threat on the feet, or are you not concerned with that?
बिल्कुल स्टैम्प है वो एक बहुत अच्छी फाइटर है, और बिल्कुल मेरे लिए एक न्यू चैलेंज है, और मैंने मतलब मेरे लिए जितने भी अपोनेंट हैं वो मेरे लिए एक चैलेंज रही है, और मैंने हर चैलेंज को पार किया है, और बिल्कुल मैं अपने हार्ड वर्क से और अपनी स्ट्रेंथ जो मेरी है मैं उससे बिल्कुल इस चैलेंज को भी विन करूंगी.
She says definitely it's Stamp Fairtex. It's a challenge for her. It's a new challenge. It's going to be a new challenge for her. But to be honest, Ritu treats all her opponents equally, and that's the kind of, she does not differentiate or hard work basis the opponent, and she's been training real hard for this one, and she knows that ultimately she can manipulate, or she can navigate the opponent in the circle.
Okay, and
So it doesn't bother her. She's very indifferent towards her opponents.
well, if you win this one, Ritu, you're going to be fighting Angela Lee, unstoppable Angela Lee, for the one championship atomweight belt. How do you think you match up against Angela Lee if you win this fight? I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but do you think your skills match up well with Angela?
बिल्कुल मेरा भी पूरा फोकस अभी अभी आने वाले मेरे मैच पे है और मैं पूरा फोकस उसी पे कर रही हूँ और बिल्कुल मैं ये जीत कर और बिल्कुल मैं एंजेला ली के साथ फाइट चाहूँगी और मैं उसी के लिए हार्ड वर्क कर रही हूँ और मैं दिखाऊंगी कि मैं बेस्ट हूँ.
So she says definitely she knows that she has to fight Angela Lee later on, and she's laser focused towards it. She's making sure that her hard work is, that she is giving in her 100%, that her hard work is on point, and she knows after Stamp Fairtex, she'll have to fight Angela Lee, but she's totally okay with it, and she's looking forward to it. In fact, in this fight itself, she will show the world that she's the best, and it's okay. You can easily pit her against Angela Lee. The Indian Tigress will not let her followers down.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this fight. Ritu Phogat against Stamp Fairtex. It's going to be a barn burner, December 3, One Championship in Singapore. Thank you to Natasha, our translator, and thank you, Ritu, for your time. I look forward to it. Can't wait to see you back in the one circle.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.